After 2 nights of property destruction and conflict, the chief of the Sipakanakety First Nation says commercial fishermen are being allowed to attack band members.
They're all walking around believing that they can do whatever they want and get away with it and take the law into their own hands. And I'm starting to believe that's true.
Last night, the Prime Minister tweeted that violence and intimidation are unacceptable. And today, his Minister of Indigenous Services said the same, calling the violence racist. But on the ground in Nova Scotia, the federal government is mostly just absent, says the province.
We don't have any authority over the fishing industry. No matter how much I want to resolve this issue, I don't have any authority to do so. That's why it's critical for the national government to be there.
It would be great if he would lend his voice to calling for calm, because we're seeing a very awful situation in Digby County, and we need all voices to ask people to remain calm at this point.
But a large part of that problem is that for 20 years, the federal government has failed to set rules defining what the court meant when it said the Mi'kmaq have a right to a moderate livelihood from the fishery. Commercial fishermen accuse the Federal Department of Fisheries of failing to uphold its own conservation rules or enforce seasonal closures, putting the lobster stock at risk.
Our issues are not with each other or Indigenous versus non-Indigenous. Our issues are all with the minister and her lack of action. And the result is the chaos that we've seen this week in Nova Scotia. As for Chief Sack, he says he's ready for more trouble.
So we have to take it into our own hands. We will. Like we have, every day I'm getting messages, should we come? The warriors come out of this province, that province. I'm holding them off to keep everything peaceful. But if there's no protection for us, we're going to have to go with the forces we need to.
Come get it! With all the pieces in place for more escalation, one thing both sides and the province agree on is that the federal government has been too hands-off and needs to get off the fence. Evan Dyer, CBC News, Ottawa.